So Thomas raced back to the washdown. When Thomas got to the washdown, James was already there. "I'm going to be the shiniest at the inspection," James sniffed. "There's no point in you even being there." This made Thomas cross. He wanted to win first prize more than ever. But James's red coat did look very shiny. "I hope my blue coat can look as shiny as James," Thomas puffed to himself. And he steamed back to the docks. Percy and Thomas shunted the quarry freight cars into place. When they had finished, Percy was dirty, and Thomas was dirtier than ever. So they raced to the washdown as fast as they could. This time, Gordon was there. "All done," Gordon puffed proudly. Thomas thought Gordon looked splendid. Then James and Emily pulled into the station. They looked splendid too. Emily's wheels looked shinier than ever, and James's red paint sparkled in the sun. Now Thomas was worried. "There's no point in going to the inspection," Thomas puffed sadly. "We'll never win." "Of course we can win," Percy puffed. "We just need a good clean." Percy and Thomas were covered in soap suds. They were scoured and scrubbed and brushed and buffed. Percy loved being washed, but now Thomas was sad. He thought he would never look as grand as the other engines. James, Emily, and Gordon were waiting for the railway inspector. "The sunlight here makes my dome sparkle," Gordon puffed proudly. "It makes my red paint look shinier than ever," said James. "And my wheels glimmer," Emily added. The engines tried to find the sunniest spot in the coal yard. So James backed up. Suddenly he bumped into a freight car. The freight car rolled into a lever, and then there was a whooshing sound. "Oh no!" James puffed. Coal poured out everywhere. It poured onto the tracks and all over Gordon, James, and Emily. They weren't gleaming and shiny anymore. Sir Topham Hatt and the railway inspector arrived. "These engines are filthy," the railway inspector said crossly. "I've never seen so much coal dust." Just then, Gordon blew to clean his funnel. Coal dust shot into the air. It covered Sir Topham Hatt and the railway inspector. "Sorry," coughed Gordon. At last, Thomas and Percy arrived. When the railway inspector saw Thomas and Percy, he was delighted. "You two are just what engines should look like," he said. Thomas and Percy won first prize. The railway inspector gave them each a special rosette. Thomas and Percy beamed with pride. "I'm glad you made me come to the inspection," puffed Thomas. "It's just like you said," puffed Percy. "A really useful engine can look as grand as any engine."